Welcome to the Skoda T50 replay here on Steps, and we've got the pleasure of watching Tono13 from the 322 clan drive around this vehicle in the top tier matchmaking, which is really quite nice. He's got 2 gun marks on his T50, which is quite nice actually. It's a really fun tank. I'm actually playing it myself at the moment as well, or I'm grinding it at the moment. Not exactly at the moment, I occasionally play it, but it's a tank that I'm grinding, so to speak. And I'm really having quite a lot of fun in it. I like autoloaders that have a smaller clip but reload faster, or autoloaders which have a big clip and reload fast. But basically I rather have a faster reloading autoloader than I like one with a big clip, because it provides you with a lot more flexibility in engagements, and it also means that enemies will have a much harder time to try and overrun you, because if they try to overrun you, you just reload so much faster and are able to just put fire in them. And here Tono gets blind fired by that T55A over there. It's a cheeky shot by the T55A, but it's a good guess. There's usually a TD or something camping here and putting fire down range, so it was not stupid of him to actually blind fire this bush in the hopes to hit something. And the T55A just got lucky that there was a paper tank standing there, because while this T50 has got a really nice autoloader, it's got 248 pen if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 248 pen and 310 on the premium, so that's actually quite nice. And the autoloader is really nice. 3 shots in the clip. The tier 10 has got 4 shots in the clip. Very usable autoloader. As you can see here, it's a usable autoloader. It's got a pretty fast in-clip reload as well. Faster than the French autoloaders, so it's got a smaller clip, faster in-clip reload. Making it more suitable for the brawling types of engagements. I don't know what this T28 prototype is doing, losing to a one-shot LTTB, but that one-shot LTTB will probably get a surprise he's not expecting. And there we go. Gets taken out. So now Tono is just hoovering up this flank, trying to provide covering fire as much as possible. T25 Pilot is being rather aggressive actually in this engagement, and it's sort of I don't know. Wargaming made these flanks actually worse because they provided these hills on both sides for TDs to camp, and then once you've actually taken care of the camping TDs, you get to the same location you did before, where new TDs can snipe you from extreme range across the map. I mean, before, if you pushed up on A6, people from C1, C2 could actually shoot you without getting spotted pretty much. The only thing that Wargaming has done, they've actually introduced a new location in this map, A6 and what is it, G9, from where TDs can shoot people in the middle without being spotted. So they basically just introduced more and more sniping locations for TDs to frustrate the battle and slow it down. Fine for TDs, not so fine for everyone else. But here we see the T55A. He's a good player. He went to completely a different flank because he recognized that this flank was pretty much lost. Tono catches an HE shot by a Steyr Waffenträger. Why the hell is that guy firing HE? He's got 202 pen. There's no need to fire HE here. Tono is keeping an eye on that Samoa SM there. And basically that they are up against 2 TDs, 3 TDs actually on this flank, that they will probably not spot. And if this Samoa is smart, he'll just spot everyone for the TDs and then let the TDs take them out. T25 Pilot is not doing much. The T55A in the meantime is just completely rolling up the other flank, because the T55A, just like the T54, is completely balanced. It's got this 330 penetration heat. So yeah, that's good for the game. It's got shitty standard pen and really broken premium pen for the tier at least. So yeah, he's got no problem basically rolling up the entire flank, and this Oho is being rather aggressive, showing a side to a whole assortment of TDs. I'm curious how long he will survive, but he gets hit by HE, so that Steyr is still shooting HE. Tono meanwhile is saying to the Oho and the rest to fall back because the T55A is coming in. And this is the good thing to do, because the T55A left in their rear will just completely wreck everyone. So he needs to be taken care of first. Tono's got the backup of one Scorpion there, but the Scorpion, T55A is, he's over there, nice. Tono manages to put a nice shot in, unfortunately bounces on the side of the T55A. T55A shot the T25 pilot 1. Tono in the meantime is reloading. His Oho friend is up against TDs and losing most of his HP. T55A makes a dash for it. I don't know why. This is a huge misplay by the T55A. I don't know why he thought... I mean, he knows A and V clan are okay to good players. They know what the 3-2-2 clan is. I don't know why he thought he could just go through the field like that. He probably would have been better off here going to the front and then just staying hull down. Or he fell for Tono's decoy movement. But a player like that shouldn't fall for this kind of decoy movement, to be honest. But good for Tono though. He managed to pick up the best player on the enemy team for free basically at the end there, so that basically hugely increased the chances of winning for him. And I like how he's still not loaded the premium ammo here. I personally probably in this engagement I would have thought about starting to use the heat ammo, because the 30 is quite a tricky target for 248 pen if he's hull down. So yeah, it's sort of tricky, and here you don't know if the 30 has backup if the enemy TDs are going via the edge of the map, so he needs to be a little bit careful. He can't really be shot by the VK unless the VK moves up rather aggressively. Here puts a nice shot in, gets hit by the Stur Emil for a shitty amount of damage. HE, why are all these guys firing HE today? What the hell? I mean, I understand that they loaded it for the Oho, but at this point in time, why have you still got HE loaded? Oh, the 30 is coming in, so this is... So that's a painful shot. But now this Steyr has got backup. He needs to actually go in, kill this Steyr, and then hope the 30 is not here. Steyr gets really overconfident. Ooh, this was very risky, but now he needs to make sure that he hits the flat front plate. And now we've got the Stur Emil. If the Stur Emil has got the big gun, he will do 500 something damage. But basically, yeah, I mean, Tono is a one-shot for both of these, all three of these tanks actually. IS comes in, gets picked up. VK on the right, yes, he spots the VK now. VK has spotted him as well. Nice work. It was risky. The VK could have actually shot him. It's plays like these you just have to take the chance, because you'll lose anyway. If you don't push that VK, he will just wait until the Stur Emil comes from the other side, and then they'll just double team him. So now he made a fake move to the right. Let's see if this Stur actually falls for it or not. He will probably use the hill again to get an overlook on the battlefield. Stur wasn't really spotted in this engagement anymore. He was just firing on stuff that the Ferdinand spotted. So yeah, let's see if he can actually outspot the Stur, or if he gets spotted in turn himself. I wouldn't personally drive over these ridges, because you're just providing a huge silhouette for the enemy to fire at, but I guess it's sort of a risk-reward situation, I'd imagine. I mean, he tries to keep a maximum, sort of close to maximum view range, the Stur, but Stur is a big TD, and it's got relatively bad camo because of its size, so there is a good chance that Tono will spot him. But the thing is, the Stur because of his really good gun depression, only needs to expose a minute amount of a superstructure to actually take a shot, and that will mean that it's a lot harder for Tono to spot, because I think with the maximum gun depression the spotting point on the stir is relatively hidden actually. Tono spots here, and this is quite nice that you can actually still drive along the back of this map here. He just makes use of all these ridges to try and spot the stir and not get spotted in return. Would the stir be stupid enough to try and cap? Or has he just fallen back and is smart trying to use his gun depression here? Nope. Stir is an absolutely weird bot that thinks that you can actually cap. If he had stuck around, actually went hull down here behind these bushes, because he knew where Tono was, but I guess he actually fell for the ruse that Tono set by driving the other side. But you should never ever go into the cap if you're basically against enemy tanks, because now Tono just knows where he is. He can take all his time to drive around and at the same time keep the stir at maximum view range here. He's got a lot of cover that he can use to shoot at the stir without the stir being able to actually shoot him back. But still, he takes a really long way around. See if he can spot the stir here. No, doesn't spot the stir, doesn't get spotted in return himself. So yeah, the stir most probably has a camo net and binocs, I would imagine, on that TD. So he can have pretty good static camo at the moment, but he's in an open cap circle. And 29 or 28 seconds left on the clock, so it is getting close. And probably the stir is facing the other way. He's probably not facing this direction, but driving like this is dangerous. And there we go, takes him out. So yeah, 8 kills. Let's take a look at the results. So here we go. Ace Tanker obviously, Radley-Walters medal, Kolobanov's medal, really nice, Spartan medal for actually ricocheting, Defender medal, High Caliber and the Top Gun, a whole haul of medals obviously. 1372 base XP, 6273 damage, really solid match for him. Really solid match for the T55A as well. He did use up a whole lot of ammunition. I can't remember exactly if he fired a premium ammo, but he used up a lot of ammunition as well, so that is expensive in the tier 9 tank. Not much damage blocked by armor, obviously, that happens in the paper tank. No spotting damage. Good defense points though, lots of distance traveled. He played this match really well. He did some really nice ruses. The enemy tanks actually fell for pretty much all of them, and he outplayed everyone. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching this battle. I hope you did as well. If you did, feel free to rate it, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time.